Hello, North Dakota. Bruce Bow here with my lovely wife, Kit. I'm running for governor in 2024 as an independent.
I'm collecting signatures to run for House in District 20 as an independent.
Obviously, she has to be elected because, otherwise, District 20, you're bunch of.
Rhino City.
Yes, I was going to say something a little
I
more.
know, that's why I
You,
jumped
you
in.
saved me, especially since I'm supposed to be so
Well,
professional.
I'm just saying, Republican in name only, so
Yes.
I cannot bring myself to run as a Republican.
No, and I gave up about 5 years on the Republican Party, and you probably about 4 years.
Oh, yeah, I tried,
Yes,
but it helped. It got me to see how the internal system works in the good old boys girls club, and realize that I don't want to be a member. So.
I was a Democrat for 35 years. Yes, I
And I
was.
married you. How could
I
I?
know. Actually, that's one thing too. We'll be married what
29
29
years.
years in
Together
two
for 30.
days,
Yep, together for
together for
30.
30. I tell you, and I was like 37 when I got married.
I was
I tell
12.
you. But I gotta say, it's glad I waited. So
Everybody's different.
yes, indeed. Ah, talking about today. Well, one first thing, the elections,
The primaries.
the primaries. Yeah, yeah. I I hate to say it, pretty much the elections in lots of ways too. But it is a sad one. What did you think about it? How did it? What did you come to your realizations?
Well, I thought the negative advertising was appalling, and especially the big money behind the PACs, so that the candidates could disavow any knowledge of the bad things that were being said. The millions and millions of dollars in the garbage flyers that didn't were nothing but character assassination and everything else, or misrepresentation of a voting record. And the people that made their decisions based upon the shiny flyers and the millions of dollars, to me, the more flyers and the more money that's spent to entice me to vote, I'm running the other direction, because it means you've got way too much money behind you, which means you're going to owe way too many people some quid pro quo.
Exactly the way I feel about it too. It's like I see. Well, I'll put it this way too. As far as Republicans are concerned, if the bigwigs, the elites, and the media people start supporting somebody, you know they're already bought and paid for. And I'll
Yes.
sit there and say Julie for Georgiev was hugely bought and paid for,
Yes.
and she is going to do very well for herself
And the people that
and the
supported
people
her.
that supported her, the crony capitalists. I call them
Yes.
the CCP, crony capitalist pukes, and there's a lots of them, and so many of them are in our media. And it's like you can guaranteed who the elites want to be elected by, who is supported by, like people like Scott Hannon, Steve Hallstrom,
Follow the
Rob
green.
Ports. It's and they
Follow
get
the
paid.
green.
They get paid for that too.
Well, they'll say they don't get paid for it, but uh, if they're taking advertising dollars, they're being paid for it. If they happen to have a marketing company that's being paid to market a particular narrative for a large uh, carbon capture firm,
I
wink,
heard
wink, nudge, nudge,
that's not nothing.
then that is being paid for it.
Uh,
And that is problematic, because that is media picking sides. And media is supposed to be objective, and they're supposed to be free from bias regarding commercials and things, but they're not
they're
anymore.
bought and paid for,
Absolutely.
lots of our stuffs. And Fieldstone is something that I think about every time you say something like that. Uh, okay, what did you think about Armstrong Miller? Do you have
Well, I
any?
definitely didn't want Miller in So I voted for Armstrong, even though I'm not going to be voting for him in the November election.
Who would you be?
I'll be voting for you.
Thank
Not
you.
just because you're my husband, but because I don't believe Armstrong's the correct choice either.
He isn't, and there's too many things, and like I say, Julie and Kelly have something definitely in store. They're going to be making money off the carbon solutions pipeline, and they're going to get paid by things like Ukraine,
Once again,
because we got they, I mean, lots of politicians are getting paid by Ukraine,
but
and
once
that's the
again,
way
we're
it is.
looking at life career politicians. Julie Fedorchuk supposedly got her start with Governor Ed Schaefer. How
Yeah.
long ago was that? So these are lifetime politicians. So when they say that they're not benefiting, take a look at what their net worth was when they started. Take a look at what their net worth is now.
I guess we could probably look at, well, I mean,
I,
our favorite senator, John Hoeven, he's
fifth
ranked number 5 for the
fifth
richest
wealthiest
senator now.
senator
It's
is
like
Hovind.
going, and this is in Little North Dakota
Well,
too.
he's not in North Dakota,
Of course not.
but I'm just saying they run in different circles. That's the nice way to put it. Than we will ever run or ever choose to run. I don't want to be with those people. They'll say, "Oh, you're just jealous." No, no,
No, no,
I'm
no.
really
I
not.
tell you what, me and you,
Not
we
jealous.
made our own money,
Yep.
and we do not want yours. We do
Nope.
not want to do raise your private property
Taxes and
taxes up to sky high.
we don't want
We
to
don't
tell you
want
what
it.
to do with your private property, who you can allow on, well, such as surveyors for Summit or whatever. That's your land.
Yes,
That's your property. You should be able to decide, and it shouldn't have to go all the way to the Supreme Court to have them rebuke you and say, "Yes, you get to." No, no, that's your property.
that was a disaster. I knew we always had a little bit trouble with our North Dakota Supreme Court, but when they sided with carbon capture rather than the citizens of North Dakota, I says we're really in trouble, and it's getting worse. Every it's just ugly right now what they're doing to us.
They're taking all of our freedoms and all of our rights an inch at a time, and the vast majority of people are oblivious.
One thing I really has bugged me, and I see it in the media, I see it in the politicians too. I mean, so many of them clutch the Bible in one hand and rake in money with the other. I
Yeah.
just can't take that. I mean, as a governor, and I know as you as a legislature, we'd never think about that. Sit there and trying to pull that stunt. I wouldn't use Jesus to help me make money.
No, but I see people do it every day because they know it's going to appeal to a certain segment. I'm religious.
Yes,
I
we're
don't
both
feel the
Christian.
need to lead with that. I don't feel the need to proselytize with it. I'm Christian, but the people, a lot of times the people that are protesting how Christian they are, I look at what someone does versus what they say. You could, I could say I'm the Queen of England. It doesn't make it so. And a lot of these people say they're Christian, and they might even believe it, but their actions speak completely differently.
Indeed. Hey, what are your goals now? You are
Well, I would like to see education completely reformed. I would like to see property rights completely reformed. I would like to see spending cut in half. And I would like to see the people able to request without having to spend money or literally arm wrestle somebody records reports.
yes. Transparency is one thing that we have to get, and that's the worst thing about North Dakota right now. There is no transparency. We cannot get, we cannot even get our attorney general to work on things that he well, to do his own job. He's fairly
Well,
evenly.
he's been asked to investigate several things. The Williston School over 34 million. He won't touch that one. There's problems with water districts
Water control.
all across
Oh,
the state. He won't touch it. They have bigger things to do, more important things to do. Your job is to do what the people ask you to do, not to sit there and triage what you believe is more important. If someone comes to you and says this needs to be looked at, figure it out. He's spending all his time kissing the butts of the various departments and everything else, and following all the agendas that the elites of North Dakota are putting forth to him, making sure everybody else's fanny's covered. He's leaving the general people, the regular people in North Dakota, just hanging and completely at the will of whoever or whatever agency wants to crap all over us.
yes. Right now, of course, obviously they're siding with everybody's siding with carbon capture.
Yeah,
And one thing that you mentioned that is something that's very concerning to me and to you is the waters in North
they're
Dakota.
coming for water.
They are,
They're
guys,
coming for water.
and it ain't going to be for your good neither.
No,
I mean,
for
no,
not for your safety.
no, no. Well, shall we call it a
We've
day?
probably unearthed enough problems to make people probably depressed, and just to leave on a positive note, there are quite a few people that care. If you care, engage someone next to you, engage your neighbors. I know everyone doesn't want to have the uncomfortable conversation, but have it. Present facts, show them what's going on, and don't character assassinate anybody. Running for office, I'm not going to character assassinate anyone. I won't have to. I'm going to tell them what I'd like to do, what I'd like to see done, and the reason is because it hasn't been being done in quite a long time.
Telling the truth, something novel.
Oh, isn't that the truth? That'll get you hung right there.
All right, North Dakota. Thank you, Bruce and Kid.
Everybody, please take care and God bless.